Hi, so I'm Virgie Rodriguez here with season 2 of A Race of Your Own, where we talk about how inspiration leads to resilience or the other way around, how resilience leads to inspiration. And today's guest, I'm really excited to have. She is a powerhouse celebrity stylist, a brand strategist behind the scenes of some of the fastest growing ecosystems of fashion, business, and media, from styling celebrities to high impact professionals to curating and capturing full brand collections. She now leads her own original campaigns while continue to shape the visual language of the culture. Welcome, Vinrelo Josey, to the show.
Listen, that's an intro,
Right? That's an intro.
I listen. I need that on my wall in my office. I love it, Virgie Rodriguez.
Right. You set the standard. You set the standard for the intros. That's it.
Yeah.
All intros will be like that this season now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
And that's why I'm wearing my sunglasses, because you don't take yours off. I don't know if I'll do the whole episode in these, but it's a start.
Listen, I like it. I love it. So if you do it, then I'll do it, and then we'll do it, and then we'll feel good.
I just always hear the song, I wear my sunglasses at night. I just keep thinking of that song like over my head. Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
You're one busy woman. We just recently worked on New York Fashion Week. You were busy. I couldn't get a hold of you. You were everywhere. I was like, hello, call me back. Where are you?
Listen, it was an amazing week of events. We, I did the fifth and visionary campaign in Wall Street, and we knocked it out the park. We got over 30 submissions. We had a full calendar of events in that radius, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
And it was the first time you did a fashion run too, right? Didn't you guys do a fashion run?
In terms of what?
You did a run.
Oh, DSM.
Yeah, you did a run.
You know the calendar.
Yes.
So yes, DSM is,
because I was bummed I couldn't be here. I was like, dang it, I can't be there.
yeah, so DSM is the first digital stylist magazine platform that I started. And so the run is basically where I got the idea, is all these shows and all these activations, everything is going on, and all these teams, is we have a lot of networking event. There's an influx of that. But what about the health aspect? We talk about the health, but there's not enough activities to actually physically do it. So think of it as a run for your team. And instead of it just being your team, all these shows could come together, paparazzi, videographers, creative directors, and we'd all be able to not only talk about what we're doing, but we'd be able to, get some health in the door. And Crypto Water sponsored that,
Nice.
which was amazing.
Shout out Crypto Water.
Yes, we gotta get you some crypto water. It's actually good. It's spring water.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
and you can purchase it with your crypto. So
Yeah. Right. As soon as I figure out what I'm doing with crypto.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring that world out. But that's also a great way to build community, right? Because it's like you go to so many networking events and you meet people and you're like, oh my God, but there's no activity, like a proper activity. So now you have your own run club.
Yes.
See?
And it works very well because not only do you get that, you have some sports brands, Fashion Week, they think they go straight to the editorial couture,
Right.
the couture and all that. But what about the sports brands that are highlighted during Fashion Week? So that actually gives you an opportunity to get a little bit more of that. And tourism. So that platform falls under tourism. It's a tourism event. So that allows you, those are in town, they can join as well. If they're coming to your show, they can, they would join that run, and you can walk. It's called a run, but it's really a walk. You know what I mean? Like,
I say the same thing about marathons, like the LA marathon, cuts through all of LA, and it's literally right by my house. Like it goes down the street right by my house. And there was one year I was like, let me go see the marathon, right? Because there's the elite runners that are at the beginning of the race, right? That are all the ones that always win the marathons, right? But that's at 6 a.m. And usually by the time I come down to see, it's 9 a.m., 9-ish, right?
Yeah.
And so I go, and most of the people are walking.
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody's running.
Yeah. So you don't have to run. The whole
Talk
goal
about a
is-
race of your own.
The whole goal is health, right?
Right.
So some people would run, and whether they would run to the finish line, they would just then wait for the rest of the team.
Right.
And then at the end of it, everyone takes a shoot, a group shot, and then you get your standard shots and you get your exercise shots. And so it's a really fun, innovative, but simplistic way. You wear all black because it represents the fashion world, right?
And sunglasses.
Yeah, all black and sunglasses. All black and sunglasses. Or we call them easier remembering thing in the brain. So
Right.
all black and shades. All black, and it's your standard fashion uniform. But we go to actually working the standard fashion. We don't go to the actual sports standard fashion uniform.
Right.
So it's a fun way to actually bring those extra platforms into the mix with health into Fashion Week. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that was a great way to build. Again, I was just bummed I couldn't make it. I was like, ugh.
We're gonna do one in LA too.
Yes.
Yes. I'm looking forward to doing this across fashion platforms.
Okay.
You know,
Specifically
Victoria.
fashion. Okay.
At the beginning, yes.
And you have another project that you're working on with Syracuse University, right? Campaign Connect Orange.
I love it. It's another radius platform, just like Fifth and Visionary. So Connect Orange is, the Syracuse University opening that basketball league, and we know we have go to Syracuse. So as a
Almost went to Syracuse. I almost, and you know what changed my mind? You know what changed my mind about Syracuse? When I did the tour. Okay, I had gotten something and I did the tour. I got accepted. My mom paid like a deposit, the whole thing.
Okay.
And at the last minute, they were like, yeah, sometimes it's like below zero, like a lot.
Oh, here's the thing.
And I was like, all I could think of was like, what if I get snowed in and then like I can't get to the city. Like all I could think about was coming back down to the city. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't live this life.
So also the weather and the feel of the cold is a lot different from New York cold.
It's a lot colder.
But the air is different. The quality of the air. You know what I mean? It's
like cleaner.
So it's not that freeze, or it's like why?
No.
You understand it, they're upstate.
Yeah.
It feels a lot different, the air. So
yeah.
But so back to the campaign. It's really just for all the businesses in the area and New York. So it's the New York campaign. It is not just Syracuse. It's being held in Syracuse. And you get to do your thing, whatever you're going to have during that weekend. We put it all on one calendar. At the end of it, we do a mixer. And this is the fun part of this campaign. Everyone comes to the mixer in a collective shirt that says Syracuse, Young and Making It Happen, Grown and Making It Happen, and is by Spread Positivity. And so it is a positive, affirmation shirt that everyone's going to wear. And so there's 3 tiers. There's blue, orange, and then black, which is visionary. So when you see everyone wearing these colors in the inside of the mixer, you can tell which tier they are.
Oh, nice.
But it's still fun. Everyone still has on the same shirt. So you got on the blue, you got on the orange, and it also categorizes it to tell them like what they do, so you can kind of get a feel because the campaign.
Yeah.
So you know they're in business, they're in fashion, they're in media.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Super
That's
cool.
cool.
So they're doing the stickers and just for the shirt.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. And it'll have a billboard that weekend that'll say Connect Orange throughout the city.
Yeah.
And you'll know who's part of it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And that you're lifting that and you're using that in different cities as well.
Yes. Okay. So we're starting that. This is the second one.
Okay.
So Fifth and Visionary is the first. This will be the second one. And then we would love, even if, some of you brands that are watching or some universities that are watching, if you'd love for us to do this concept in your city, that would be great. I would love to do it in Texas and Philly and Chicago and yeah.
Oh,
well, give me one city you think this would like hit in,
I'm all about taking it international.
Okay, so give me one you think that would really hit.
That this would hit?
This is centered around a basketball stadium feel.
That's what I'm trying to think of, the schools that have like solid basketball. So
right?
not so much international, probably more American. Yeah. Right, more solid. Notre Dame.
Ooh, okay.
Notre Dame would be
St. John's. Okay. Yale? Okay.
I don't think about Yale as like basketball heavy.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
It could be sports. It doesn't have to be basketball.
Sports?
Some sort of monumental event.
Notre Dame is a big
that is happening, so obviously
I can't think. Notre Dame keeps coming to mind. I'm like, Notre Dame?
What's the colors?
I think it's like blue and yellow.
Okay.
Like dark blue and yellow.
Okay. That's cool.
I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of colors out there, so.
Something like that.
Okay. We like it. We like it.
You know what I mean? And so you're doing a bunch of stuff. You're doing art basil. I want to say basil. Art basil.
I am in December.
Basil.
I am
Art
doing
basil.
an activation with Protect Your Heart. Do you know Protect Your Heart?
Yes. I literally just took walking down the street. I saw it and I was like, protect your heart. With my sneakers, I took a picture. So yeah, I know Protect Your Heart.
Yes, that's my guy.
It's all over New York City.
Uncut is New York City.
Nice.
He has been doing this for such a long time, has such a phenomenal stamp and blueprint in New York. And so this is
Such a staple.
This is only right for us to come together, him and I, for our first public activation. We've been working on some things behind closed doors,
Right.
But as a visionary and then as a staple person to maximize tourism to this level,
Right.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. So he's 10 plus years. I'm 10 plus years. This is going to be boom amplifier. I'm looking to get this on like the New York City Guide.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like this should be something that all tourists know.
Yeah.
To see his art
Yeah.
in such a form. But 2026, fourth quarter, and then 2026, your mind's going to be blown with this. So I'm
Ooh.
super
I'm excited.
happy. And two visionaries coming together.
Nice. Yeah, his stuff is so cool. And so like anybody that can make a name for themselves on like proper street art,
Yes.
because that's what it is. I mean, growing up in New York City, seeing graffiti, I grew up, not to date myself here, but
Okay.
I grew up at a moment in time
Yeah.
when the trains had graffiti all over them, right? And so
Okay.
when they started to make the trains, I was just a little infant.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, but when they switched the trains to the metal, that like slippery metal that they couldn't graffiti anymore, I was like, because I felt like it took away the personality, right? Like of the city for me. So when I see for me, it felt like it took the personality away because stuff like Protect Your Heart, when you see it, you're like, yeah, like, cause there's like this edgy thing to it. It's art. It adds to the personality of the city, right?
Yes.
Cause there's so many artists. There's so many artists here. So when you see a Protect Your Heart thing, moment, you're like, yeah, it's a that you photograph it, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, like it feels like that street art, right? Like the graffiti, the street art, the murals,
Yeah.
that stuff.
And even to add like an interesting point about that, you said adds to the personality. Protect Your Heart actually cares about the city.
Yeah.
So an interesting point, which we will be, bringing this. You want an inside tip, an inside thing that we're doing.
Yeah. Inside scoop. Tell me some scoop.
Because I give you an exclusive. One of the things we're bringing to light is also the type of materials that he uses.
Yes. Eco-friendly.
And so where it's gonna be a little insider, guide, where we're not only expressing this is the personality of New York City, as you mentioned, which I love that. I can't wait to tell him that.
Okay.
But it's also
Trademark.
it's also the sustainability of New York City.
Yes.
And the sustainability of your home. Because there's something, and without giving too much of this, there's something in the paint that is cohesive to the aura and smell in your home that is not toxic. It's not gonna listen. It goes.
So he makes his own paint?
No. I didn't say that.
Oh.
I didn't say that. I said
That's too far.
there's some ingredients and some interesting things where it literally, because you could be bringing perfumes and stuff into your home and not even understanding the toxin that it has, you know what I mean? Or some ingredients say, hey, don't sniff this, don't, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if you're smelling things, you're subconsciously sniffing. So it's like, how could you tell someone not to sniff something that you smell? Like, like it's just there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? So there are some things.
Could you sniff something you can't smell?
Like
That's impossible.
Like, so there are some things that we're actually going to bring into the forefront. and into the intricacy of what he does.
That's amazing. Anything to save the planet.
Yeah.
Or help.
And you got this first, so
Exclusive.
you got this exclusive first.
And can we see some of that newer stuff at Art Basil? I want to say Basil. But everyone says Basil because they're artistes.
So what we would have to do is make sure that it's apparent, just like ingredients on a bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a good point. I will make a mental note of that. Some of the activation, we will make sure that that's apparent and you know that information.
Okay.
Remember, I can't get too much. That's how
I know. Do we have dates yet of like when? Because
it's in December.
I know that, but is there a specific set date yet during Art Basel that?
Yeah, I would just say continue to follow our platforms.
Okay.
You'll see the date.
Follow us on social media.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Okay.
Well, follow Protect Your Heart more than me.
Got it. And then Comic-Con on the water. How was that?
Ooh.
Was that fun times?
Comic-Con on the water, such an innovative concept, bringing the cosplay life and all that to
On the water?
boat, on the Boss Lady NYC boat.
Okay.
I collaborated with and partnered with DJ Hot Rod.
Okay.
We did the
Caribbean Parade,
Yeah.
which was so much fun.
Yeah, we
Shout out DJ Mama Kim. Shout out early elite learners
yes.
out in the BK.
Yeah, we were doing
You guys are doing amazing work out there.
We had a day on that parade. We had a lot of fun.
What did we have a day? Didn't you see my little recap video I put up? I was like, it got lit.
Yeah,
There was stuff I could not post.
This is true.
I was like, I can't post
that.
that.
Was a part of.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I cannot post that. This is PG channel.
Well,
Sort of.
it was the dancing, but it was the dancing. It's the culture. It was the cultural dancing, but otherwise,
Cultural dancing.
it was the cultural dancing because I am Caribbean.
Likewise.
But the whole event itself, good vibes, amazing
Yes.
vibes. We had a great time. But
Yes.
DJ Hot Rod. So in talking with him about what are some things that we can bring into the whole, I don't know what the term would be correctly for the boat, that
Right.
whole mobiles, the field is hospitality, but it's
Okay. Hospitality.
water hospitality, is it? No, I'm just I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly.
At sea hospitality.
Yeah, because we're in a race of our own, so we can say whatever we want.
We can. We don't judge. We don't judge here.
Right? So, it's
And if we do judge, it's good judging.
we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge.
We might judge just a little bit,
It's okay.
but in a
Then they
good way.
watch the episode enough to get to this part, and that's fine. So, and speaking with him about it, he was like, is there anything that we could do? And I was like, Comic-Con.
That's amazing. On the water.
Yes.
We won an award last season.
Oh,
I know. And we won an award at a conference called PopCon.
okay.
It's like popular culture con, but it's a lot of similar to like a Comic-Con, but it's also pop culture. There was a lot of people dressed up in the costumes and stuff, and it was fun. But it was in Indianapolis. And I was like, that's an interesting market. Like, I was like, oh, this is great. And it was packed. Like, there was a lot of people there. I was like, oh, and all dressed up in their costumes, and I know Comic-Con just because being out west is massive. And it's
my God.
and it's too overwhelming. Like, it's just too like, if you try to go, I've gone a couple times, a couple people that have been on panels and stuff, and they're like, come hang out. And I'm like, sure. And I'll go, and I'm like, I can't, guys.
It's phenomenal. I actually did Comic-Con. This will be my second or third time.
San Diego?
In the year of the Comic-Con world, I should say, not date-wise, just the year in that field of that world. So I actually love it, and I've even had the opportunity to work with the Brooklyn Bat,
Nice.
which is like the first ever like Brooklyn comic.
Is that out? I don't know that.
Wait,
What's the Brooklyn Bat?
We be all over.
Brooklyn has a
superhero, and then and we did that for BET Awards Week. Remember, we were in LA.
Yes.
And we did the screening, and you were at the screening, and we got to see the first episode and the music. That had DJ Who Kid on the soundtrack.
Yep.
We got to test the merch out. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We've been doing quite.
I didn't realize it was called the Brooklyn Bat
It's called the Brooklyn
because they didn't have a title at the time.
No, it had the title, the Brooklyn.
Oh,
Bat.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yo, you were paying attention to the merch.
I was distracted by the I was distracted by the merch, the hat, and the hoodie.
What about the music?
Because the music was fire.
We played it like twice. They was like, run that back.
Yeah, we were like, play it again. I didn't realize. Why did I not? I thought it was called something else. I love that. I didn't know we could talk about it.
We could talk about it now.
Now we could talk about it.
We could talk about it now because back then we were just doing a pre-screening,
Right.
so it hadn't come out yet.
Right.
And the merch and all that. So we got that exclusive, during the BET weekend experience. And yeah, so we got to showcase those.
So when is that? What's the deal with that? Because I love that. I loved his little attitude and like his thing and like what he was doing. Yeah. So like when is that? What do we do with that? When is that coming out?
Out now. So the Brooklyn Bat is out now. The merch is out. The episode is out. We're continuing.
Where can people watch it?
Follow the Brooklyn Bat on the social media, the website and all that. The Brooklyn.
So you
the Brooklyn Bat. So the bat it's an 8 instead of a B. So Brooklyn, 8.
Oh, Brooklyn.
The 2 B's are 8s. 8. That's the only replacement. But
so go to the brooklynbat.com.
Yes.
brooklynbat.com.
Yeah, and then I'm sure
But it's an 8. It's not a B.
It's an 8.
So an 8 Brooklyn and an 8.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically. You know what I mean? So it's just replacing the B.
.com. How many episodes?
That was the one
just one. Just the one. Okay.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Are we getting more?
It's Merge is he's the owner, founder, Emerge of it, and so besides book writing, he's a well-known book writer. He also has created the first ever Brooklyn comic series, Black owned, and he's doing some phenomenal things. So we're gonna expand and keep growing that visibility. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot through Comic-Con. I learned a lot through his platform about the animation world. And so now we're going to do 2 to 3 days of Comic-Con on the water. So each night will be different things. Karaoke, cosplay competition,
I love
tasting. It's going to be amazing.
Karaoke's fun. Yeah. Especially when you can't sing.
Yeah, no. So listen, their karaoke is a lot different.
Is it full out when you go with people that can actually sing and you're like,
it's full out with the whole costume, wardrobe and all that. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this is going. So
fun.
Yes, Comic-Con on the water.
That's fun.
Create these series of platforms. So it originally started from New York Fashion Week on the water, where we did a fashion show on the water.
Okay.
And then we went to Comic-Con on the water. So what I'm going to continue to do as the visionary, I'm going to continue to expand these on the water experiences.
Nice.
Like that.
Nice.
So Comic-Con, yes, on the water, but there'll be another platform on the water.
And then by following you, people can buy tickets to all those events.
Yes.
Right? Okay, cool.
So yes, it's going to be in partnership with DJ Hot Rod.
Nice.
He always has, different platforms available to sell the tickets. Whether it is Eventbrite, Prosh, or Partyful, or, there's a lot of streams.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of, you can do that. So, every time we partner for an immersive experience, it's dependent on that.
Okay.
But to keep up with that, I would say primarily follow DJ Hot Rod. It's literally DJ Hot and then Rod, ROD.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I think there was like one more, which I don't know if you can talk about it yet, which you're starting. You're starting those now, the Kayak Balance project.
Listen, I love it. Kayak Balance is such a dear project to my heart, only because of knowing Kayak's journey over the years.
Who's Kayak?
Kayak is a phenomenal person that literally produces his own music. He's an artist. He's a choreographer. He's a mentor. And he's a lot of skills he's done on his own over the years. I'm partnering with him in the capacity as a choreographer, professional choreographer. And so, in understanding the brand deals that he's looking to get, I was like, we started out in the same realm of production on TV shows back in 2021, 22. And then over time, just continuing our friendship and partnership over the years, just making sure we knew when it was right to finally just do a project. This was the ideal project. He's done so many things from the Super Bowl with Kendrick Lamar. When he did that, he was dancing right behind him.
Nice.
He is done the Bob Marley, where he even played Bob Marley, you
Nice.
know, for the Vegas residency.
Nice.
Yeah, the Bob Marley thing, and a lot of others. Choreographing for Nicki Minaj. I think he's been in the Chris Brown world, Coffee. The list goes on and on
Right.
of his credits and what he's done. Phenomenal, but the most humble person.
Nice.
From beginning to end. And so this was definitely something that's dear to me, to see a person that is really level-headed, really focused, and not affected by, you know, if it's a big project, little project, he's giving it the same energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he produces his own music.
Nice.
It's like fire. Like, I know a lot of people say they do it, but he really, like, I've been in the studio with him throughout this whole process. We've done like a year of just like work together to bring this project together. It's not overnight. And I've seen him literally go from clicking the buttons to going in the booth to record, to come back and clicking the button. It was so many components of what we do that took a while to bring this together. So yeah, it's a 5 city, you know, series.
Nice.
Where it has it's 3 elements to it. There's the product shot, it's a panel, and then it's also the actual class.
Nice.
You know, so Kayak Balance. New Balance is definitely, that was another thing he researched, you know, and I said to him, you know, you run through sneakers, and he's like, not New Balance. He said New Balance is like the best sneakers throughout all the choreography, dancing, and on stage. You see him with DeVito and all that. And he said, hands down, New Balance is like the best.
As a dancer and as a former dancer, New Balance seem to last the longest. Okay. But they also there's something about the cushion that, even though I use Nike, sorry, I do use Nike sometimes, but New Balance.
Don't say that over
our
New Balance segment. Don't say it over a New Balance segment.
I know, but I have to compare, right? Competition.
Okay.
Because there's something about the cushion with New Balance that I don't know, my knees, because it's the impact, right, of when you're doing all that movement over and over again, especially depending different type of floors.
Gotcha.
The impact that I feel on my knees versus wearing another brand.
Now,
it's different with New Balance. Keep saying that the impact that New Balance has on my body is different than wearing other brands.
We're old school.
Newer. The newer sneakers that New Balance makes are 10 times more cushiony.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a word, but whatever.
Yeah, and so it's interesting, you know, some of the actual sneakers have the platform in it. You know what I mean?
Of the New Balance.
Yeah. So, you know, it's also, so I have the old school New Balances, the original ones. You know what I mean?
See, the old school ones I thought were a little too thin. The newer ones have a certain cushion at that I can literally wear those all day, even at a rehearsal or after a class.
Gotcha. So yeah, so that's basically what we're referring to, is having that extra support. You know what I mean? So in that, when building out the concept, I was like, oh no, we definitely have to have a movement specialist in this.
Nice.
And footwear movement specialist, not just dance. We'll have that element as well, but also each person on the panel would represent an element that is essential to that. You know what I mean? So I'm looking really excited. Are we allowed to like give a inside, like, you know, possible thing about our panel? Like, what's going on?
I mean, it's up to you.
Listen,
it's up to you.
Listen, because I mean, we're in a race of our own, and then we're talking about. I mean, race.
It's up to you.
It?
It's up to you.
You
whatever.
Say it.
What? No, you say it.
Oh my God. So where is this pre or post?
It'll be during. It'll probably be during.
Dang it, son.
It'll be within the mix of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, so okay. All right. So when the concept came together, and then we had to have a race of your own as part of this process.
Yay.
And so that why it was definitely essential to have a race of your own, help curate the panel and represent that portion of the panel
Yay.
with our special, specialists in movement and dance.
Yes. And educators. We'll have some dance educators on there too, because it's going to be young dancers looking to break into the business, looking to see what kind of helps you have a long career and longevity. So I'm excited to partner with Kayak Balance on that, and I'm really looking forward to that, because I'm all about giving back, and I'm all about mentoring younger artists, younger dancers specifically, and what it takes to have a long career. And longevity is a big thing.
And so before we leave that, can we say, when we were talking about this, the concept and everything of the panel and what the components were essential to that, as a, experienced dancer, and hearing the concept right away, what is one important thing that you would say would be essential to this panel that's different from all the other ones when it comes to a dance panel, representation?
My expertise.
Yeah.
That would make this stand out just a little bit. It's about actually being educated, having an educator on that panel, having some people that actually not only are just hey, sign up for this class and take this class and buy these shoes. It's and making it this branding or whatever moment, not to take away from that, but just it's there. There's going to be people present that really understand the business from both sides. From a business and from, yes, I'm just a dancer and I love to dance, but also how to take care of your body. What are the other things to think about pre and post career, and even during your career, right? Dance has changed a lot, and how we consume dance has changed a lot. TikTok has a lot to do with that, because TikTok for a while was just this dance platform, right? But even now, singers like a Chris Brown go to something like a TikTok to do their dance challenges, because they know everybody will go there and do their dance challenges. So I think what would make this panel stick out mainly is that educational moment of it, having people on the panel that are actually educated, have degrees in dance education, and what that looks like, and what it's like to up level and elevate your commercial dance career. Right?
Yes, commercial. So how many sneakers have you went through in your career? Let's be honest.
How many what?
Sneakers when you were dancing.
Tons. I don't know. Hundreds, maybe. Hundreds, because as soon as they wear out, and as soon as you start to feel it on your body, I would get rid of them.
Okay.
So it's hundreds.
Yeah. So from what he's told me is that these last. Even
no, they last.
Like they've been worn. He was these literally feel still brand new. Even though you see them starting to, he's I put it on, I'm literally good to go. So
they're super cushiony. So all right, Niecey, we're coming to an end here. I could keep talking. We could keep talking
all day.
All day. We could just keep talking. But all this stuff that you're doing, you are very much a visionary when it comes to events and putting stuff together, and combining brands and marketing. And we're in this world of even those young dancers, that's also a big part of it, is how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, right? I ask everybody the same question. In life, we go uphill, downhill, we plateau. Sometimes we come to a moment in time where we're at a crossroads and we don't know which way to go, and there's just tumbleweeds everywhere, right? What advice would you give to a younger marketer, a younger visionary, right, that is looking at someone like you and going, I wonder, how does she keep it all together? But B, what's some advice that you would give them on how to stay in a race of their own?
Oh man, free advice? No, I'm just kidding.
It's a free platform here. We don't charge people yet. Not yet.
Oh man, there's so much. To be honest,
pick one.
There's so much you can give, so much value. I'm gonna definitely have to say,
what would we tell young Niecey that you know now?
Oh, don't do this to me.
I knew that would work.
I was
I knew that would work.
Oh man. Continue raising the bar. Raise the bar.
What does that look like, though? What is that?
Do better, be better, think better. Speak better, treat yourself better. There's always a way that is very systematic of things that you do something, but then there's always a way you can do it better. You know what I mean? I can exercise, but then I can exercise better, and then I see the results. I can simplistic brush my teeth, but then I can really brush my teeth. Use, shout out to, no shameless plug, but, big mouth toothbrush, for instance. All my life, I've been brushing my teeth. I have great teeth. I have great smile. I've never had cavities, by the way. But I get compliments on them because people see that I take care of them. But in the last 2 years, I've been able to take care of them better in my entire life, which is by using that toothbrush. And Dr. Bobby, when she won Shark Tank, I actually met her around that time, and she brought it to my attention. You have great teeth. You have a great smile. You don't look like you got plaque, but you can do it better. Right? So,
was she marketing to you though?
no,
She wasn't. Okay.
no,
She wasn't marketing her brand.
no.
Okay. What's her
She
brand again?
actually does. She's actually a
What's her brand?
dentist.
What's her brand again?
The Big Mouth Toothbrush.
Wow.
And
I gotta look into it.
And so when we talked about it, organically, we had an organic conversation.
Yeah.
And there were certain things, even the tongue, brushing your tongue
Scraper.
and the tongue scraper, and just the different settings on our toothbrush. And I have a sensitive gums, and all of that. And so because of that, just really simplistically explaining, like, hey, you do this well, but you can do it better. And it's not to take away from what you're doing. It's so I would say to my younger self, yes, you did a great job, but you can do it better.
Or to the younger Nieces out there in the world.
And I would say to the young visionaries, it's always great to be good, but you can be better. And there's nothing wrong with someone pushing you to be better. That's not taking you out of your comfort zone.
Great.
I mean, great is good. You can be better. Right. Excellent is good, but you can be better. And that's not saying like there's ever like a stop. You get here and then there's so many systems that change. There's so many things that are always, that's just life. But if that was the case, new technology wouldn't come out.
Right.
New things wouldn't, because people look at things and say, this is great, but I can do better. Right? Look at our train system. No, they need to do better. Because that Omni is not it. Like, take us back.
Metro card going away at a salary.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, that's a staple. How do you get rid of a Metro card?
Listen. They could do best. Go away. So that's what I would say is, as a visionary, you get to a point in your career where you build systems or you have creative ideas and concepts, but you can always do better.
Nice.
And what that means is, don't push yourself to think more. Push yourself to a clearer way to express it. Whether I have to shift my team, whether I have to shift my line of communication. You said I'm doing a great job, and thank you, but my schedule needs to shift. I'm just saying, to be more effective. So there's other things I can do better.
Yeah.
So that would be my free advice, because I do have some insightful advice that actually works, that took me a long time to get that knowledge. But my free off the race of your own would be, you can do better. Raise the bar.
Raise the bar. Thank you so much, Niecey. Really appreciate you being here and taking some time out of your schedule, because it is busy. You're always busy. And so I'm Virgie Rodriguez again here for season 2, Race of Your Own. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to continue these conversations. Like, subscribe, just keep watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the feedback. Cheers. Bye.